What's up, everybody? Welcome to the GSC Evil Dead Spoilercast. We just got back from seeing the film, and we're going to talk some shit about it and spoil it a lot. Joined by Johnny,
Hello.
Jamie C,
Good evening.
and Gianni Spagnoli, obviously.
Hello.
Awesome. Who wants to take the lead then? Because I am terrible about talking about films.
This is Jamie's area.
This is Jamie's area.
Okay, so yes, as Ben was explaining, this is going to be just a little special edition where we're going to be spoiling the Evil Dead that we've just been to see. So that's Evil Dead 2013. Obviously, you've got The Evil Dead from 1981. So we might go between the two quite a lot tonight.
Pro tip.
But mainly here to spoil the new one. But yeah, sorry, Ben.
Pro tip, it is fucking disgusting, people. I'm still cringing now, and we saw it like 2 hours ago.
Yeah,
It's
it's
shivering.
basically torture porn, isn't it? Some
Torture Japanese porn.
right. Took it too far, Gianni.
Get it right.
I get it. The technical rape joke. There was technical
Yeah.
rape in that film. That did happen.
But it wasn't as bad as the first one. Right? I haven't seen the first Evil Dead, so I can't really say. But you guys are saying it's not as bad.
I don't know. I just kind of think that a dark, shadowy tentacle going up someone is not as bad as a big fucking stick. Like,
Right.
I think with this one this Evil Dead here, 2013, you knew it was going to happen. So I think already it's kind of softened the blow slightly there.
I don't know. I was eagerly anticipating it, salivating, waiting for it. I wanted
Do you
it.
want to summarize the plot, Jamie, just so people know?
Okay, with Evil Dead, we've got five young adults, one of whom is a drug addict trying to kick it, and to go cold turkey, they've got the support of three friends and a brother, and so they're going to go off to the cabin in the woods and just basically keep her away from civilization to make sure she can kick the habit. From there, we've got the guys finding their little leather book in the
God. Can I
basement.
can I just start going on about this? When that hippie Jesus guy found the Necronomicon, right? Like, that book is scary as fuck. It's bound in human skin. It's got all this cryptic messaging written through it and creepy, disturbing imagery. Why is the first thing he thinks, I'm going to, like, pencil over these bits that people have scribbled out and read them aloud? Like,
Sorry,
why would
hang on.
you do that?
You missed a key point there. It's bound with barbed wire, right? Now, if something's bound with barbed wire, you're thinking, first thing that goes through my head is, I'm going to cut this. No, it's fuck that.
It's basically Curiosity by Peter Molyneux. That's basically what it is.
Those bloody seeds again. I think the thing is, if you find that book in the street and it's wrapped in a bag with barbed wire, you might be a bit curious. But when it's in a basement full of hanging dead cats, you kind of get the idea it's locked away for a reason.
To be
Which
honest,
they never explain.
A deserted cabin in the woods. I mean...
if I found it in the street, I'd be hoping, just hoping it was a Death Note. Just please be a Death Note.
I'll take it to an antique store to try and get some monies. But anyway, we digressed.
So yeah. Jamie
So
C.
Jesus opens the book.
Yes.
Jesus opens the book and he decides he's going to sketch along over the top and get his etchings.
But despite the warnings as well,
Well, that's
it actually tells
Yeah.
him to.
Don't recite this.
Yeah. Don't read this book.
Don't find those
Scary
messages.
little book.
And what does he do?
So he technically raped Mia.
Yeah.
Technically.
Yeah.
His fault.
Jesus raped Mia. The bastard.
That is the spoiler.
That's,
To be honest though, I kind of like this setup better than the last, right? Because before it was just like, it was like a date night thing, right? Oh, you know, we're
Okay,
just gonna
right.
we're gonna go and meet in the cabin and we're gonna have a fun time. This time, like, it actually made sense. And it also made sense that they were gonna overlook some of her craziness because they just assumed it was withdrawal from her drugs,
Yeah, that was good.
which allowed it to escalate to the point where, like, sheer fucking madness started. Which is pretty cool.
yeah, I mean, a
Yeah.
positive I take away is that I would never question the direction of the film. I thought it was always going in the right. It was moving forward at all times. Yes, I could hear you throughout the film, Ben, questioning the role of the girlfriend.
Wait, the blonde one.
Yeah,
Yes.
blonde girl.
I only realised she was there after everything had started going down, and she said one line. I don't think she spoke until about like half an hour into the film.
Yeah.
So obviously, for those who haven't seen it, although we're calling this spoilerific, you've got Mia as the main girl, you've got the brother David, and then this is the girlfriend of David. And
Yeah,
you're right. I mean, at times you question why she's there, but in the
She's
grand
there
scheme
to
of things,
die,
I don't
man.
think. Yeah, it's the extra. But otherwise, how are you going to
They needed
sacrifice
5 people,
five
didn't
souls?
they?
That's it. They
Yeah.
needed a fifth.
She's just there for that. Lovely.
That's exactly right.
But I don't know. The film kind of bait and switched me, and I thought that was cool because I was down with David being the main character. Like all the way through that film, David was pretty much the main character because Mia was all fucked up and like, ah, fuck me, like demon mode. And then
He's your typical new. You think, oh, he's going to be the next Ash. Maybe
yeah,
he's
exactly.
in the Yeah.
And then after all of that bloodshed, people get a nail gun to the face, that syringe to the eye as well. Oh my god, I'm feeling a bit sick thinking about it.
That is one thing that did bug me about. I mean, I did harp on about it, but you can't get over it. I mean, the amount of punishment those people take, and yet they've still got the energy to continue. It's just, for me, it got a little bit ridiculous. It didn't seem to hamper them. I mean, at the end, he's got a very slight limp, and that was really a bit annoying, really. I mean, you would have thought they'd put a bit more effort into it, and the cries in pain. I mean, it lasted for one little bit, and then suddenly it's all right. They're not like clutching an arm.
That guy, worse than anyone else, took serious punishment. So he got He got shot the fuck out of with a nail gun. Like he got nails all over him.
Yeah.
Then he got his fingers smashed and snapped by a crowbar, and then took a crowbar to the face. Then I think he'd already been stabbed at that point as well. So he'd already had a knife through his shoulder. Like,
with a Glock. Oh yeah.
And a needle in his eye. How was he still going? Like, surely he didn't have much blood left at that point.
And then he managed to stab Mia with the Stanley knife or the blade. Like he managed to be able to clutch both hands, or at least one of his hands, despite getting smacked over them.
Did that happen? I'm pretty sure that did happen. Didn't he crowbar her? And she stabbed him at the same time.
Well, it's even worse.
Were you even watching the same film as Gianni?
No, I could. That actually makes a lot of sense now. I was too busy laughing because I was like, "How is he still going?"
Yeah, it gets ridiculous sometimes, but still enjoyable.
Oh, that's not even like close to like the zenith of blood orgasm in this film, man.
Oh yeah.
Once that ending rolls in, right? And they've been through the whole like, there's only 3 ways you can save her. You can bury her alive, dismember her, or burn her. So once they've buried her and she miraculously is healed instantly.
Yeah, like all clean as well and everything.
Like her split tongue
Phoenix
is
down.
just back
Oh my
to
God.
normal. I know. Right? And David, I don't know, he sacrifices himself and burns the house down. Once it starts raining blood, that's when shit goes really insane, man.
This is you think that's it, don't you? You start to believe that's going to be the end. It's going to be happy, but oh my god, that was a switch. That was
what I didn't understand though, and I'm going to throw this out there now. Why the hell? Who was that other girl? Who was that other girl? Like I watched that entire film. I paid attention for the entire film. I don't know why. Yeah, it was a girl. That thing.
I thought it was a guy.
Was a girl.
Are you talking about
the thing that
one
came out the ground?
Yeah.
What the hell was that?
This is a witch, wasn't it? The witch they burnt at
the beginning, but she was burnt. So why is she coming out of the ground? Or why is this demon taking her?
Because it says that no one really dies, right? Remember, it said at the end, it's like no one really dies. It just sort of.
But I thought the Deadites were like spirits that like possessed people. So and they burnt that girl's body. So how is she resurrecting in that body?
Don't know. I guess it didn't really.
That didn't make any sense to me at all.
So I guess they would have buried. I guess they would have buried her, and then she got resurrected. I don't know.
I don't know. Jamie?
Pothole, maybe?
I've gone completely off on one. I'm thinking about
Go
in
on.
my head. I'm just going over what would happen if you tried to watch the film backwards. You've got this woman who goes around healing everybody, and then she shits out a twig, and then she celebrates by doing cocaine. That's a fantastic version of Evil Dead. I'd like to see them do that one next.
Yeah, that would be
Okay.
good.
Reverse, watch it backwards.
What's wrong with that
Oh.
movie? Pro tip: nothing.
A nurse who shits a twig and becomes a cokehead. Yeah.
Amazing.
The finale, though, the finale was awesome. That is what you wanted to see. That was your Gears of War moment, man.
Yeah, there was lots of Gears of War references during this movie, I thought.
Well, again, when you talked about David having you think he's going to be the main one. He's going to maybe survive at the end, and you see him look at the chainsaw at one point, and then you kind of thought, oh, that's it. That was the small little Easter egg of a moment for it, and then you're just blown away at the end where Mia is fighting off, putting her stump through the chainsaw handle.
Oh, can we talk about
riding it through her head?
I'm not sure how that works. I don't think that's physically possible. So the car gets rolled over and crushes her arm, and using nothing but her brute strength, she rips her own hand off, like her own forearm. She just fucking tears it clean off and snaps the bone out and stuff. Like,
and then instead of Riley, on the floor in massive amount of pain, she manages to get up, pick up the chainsaw, put the stump through the chainsaw, which would have absolutely killed. And bearing in mind how heavy chainsaws are, and she could hold it up as if it was like nothing.
I think she could have got her arm free because the mud was all like sloppy and really wet. So she just like dug a little hole and just pulled it out from underneath.
I'm glad you
It's cinema. That never happens in films.
Didn't make much sense.
It's too logical.
Yeah.
But I mean, not to sound like we're knocking it. Then did you
Oh,
guys
I
come
loved
away
it.
happy with the product?
Yeah, I was happy with it.
It was fucking disgusting. I could barely watch some parts of it, but I loved it all around.
The bit with when she cut off her own arm was disgusting. With that the steak knife, the electric steak knife.
Oh my
That
god.
was really graphic.
That can't cut through human bones.
No, but it looked disgusting.
It must have been a fake arm, right?
No, Ben, it was the real one.
No, I'm just saying, like, that could
Yeah, the
have been
actress
special
has no arm
effects.
now.
It didn't look like a special effect. It looked practical and it looked awesome.
You mentioned that scene did house a nice little cutaway. It was just subtle enough that you didn't see the change there. So it went from a shot of her to being able to get it to the fake arm. That was really well done.
Sometimes
really well
I don't know
pulled off.
though. The pain, like the way they deal with pain in this movie, is so shot away. Like her arm was dangling by a little bit of sinew, and she was just like, "I had to do it," like perfectly calm.
Yeah, but she was.
Not screaming in agony and writhing on the floor like a normal
Possessed.
human would be.
Yeah, I think she was possessed by that point.
I don't know. Either way, though, I thought it was pretty good. It doesn't have Bruce Campbell, so it's instantly not as good as the original. But
It does have Bruce Campbell.
yeah, in a small, like the best bit of the film after the credits, where you see his face for 1 second and he drops the groovy line. Totally worth staying to the end of the credits, by the way.
Yeah.
But moving forward with the product, you've got this Evil Dead, and you go back to Army of Darkness, and it's supposed to be Army of Darkness that gets a sequel, and then this will also get a sequel. So they're supposed to play alongside each other, because there's been all this talk about this being a remake, but essentially it's either a reboot or a sequel. It's not really a remake. It's moving on.
Well, there's things in it that like make you think that maybe it could be a sequel, like, but then that's kind of like blown out of the water by the first scene you see. Because when they walk in, they're like, "Oh, look, it looks like someone's been here and stuff." You're thinking like, "Well, that could have been sort of Ash and them from the first film." But the little bit
Yes.
they played before the credits with that old man and his daughter and stuff, and the weird hillbilly tribesman family for some reason.
The Hills Have Eyes.
Yeah, that kind of like blows a massive hole in that, doesn't it? So I don't know. I think it's probably best to think of it as a reboot and not look for any continuity there, really.
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather say the word reboot though than remake. I don't like the word remake at all.
Yeah, I suppose.
It's a harsh word, and in something like this, you want to treat it as its own thing. You don't want it to be too connected with the other, because then you've got this issue now where you say the Evil Dead to somebody and they go, "Oh, Bruce Campbell, Bruce Campbell, Bruce Campbell." It's like, don't look for things like that. Don't look for the references to the old film. Just go in fresh.
There are a
Enjoy
lot of
this a bit.
references to the old film, though.
But as a nod, rather than saying we're hung up on this, it's just cheeky little nods.
Well, yeah,
What? Cheeky little knobs?
cheeky.
No.
What the fuck?
Cheeky little nods.
Oh, sorry.
God, I am super tired, people. Is there anything else you guys wanted to add about this other than saying it's a pretty good film? Take
Would you
someone
recommend it?
take someone who doesn't like gore to see it and just laugh at
Yeah.
how they squirm.
It's very graphic.
Anything you guys want to add?
Jamie?
No, I think I've come away happy from this one. Like I just said, I treat it as a separate thing. If they can get the two running alongside each other, that's going to be very interesting moving forward. It's this sort of thing you want to see back in cinema. You get fed up of all these psychological or supernatural and the same old thing over and over again. It's been a long time since there's been a good gore film in
Yep.
cinemas. So I'm all up for more. So I'd love to see more of this.
Jenny?
Is he still here? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's sort of, I don't know what happened there. Yeah, I mean, they're not really my sort of thing, personally. I know it sounds like I'm totally contrasting everything, but I don't know. There's just, I wasn't really convinced about them. And I'm not sure what it is, but then again, it's not something I'd actively go and watch, so my opinion probably doesn't really count in the grand scheme of things.
Fair play. Well, I'll leave you with this. Please go and see this film, pay money for it as well, so that they can get money back and make me my Army of Darkness 2. That's what I want. So long as this film does good, we will get Army of Darkness 2, and I want that film.
It took just shy of 26 million on its opening weekend in America. So I granted a 17 million budget. I'm hoping that means there's room for it.
Yeah.
I think so.
Awesome. Well, I enjoyed the film. It's definitely a see it from me. Johnny?
Yeah, I'd recommend it. It's very gruesome, as long as you can stomach that.
Cool.
Otherwise, it's fun.
Jamie?
That's it. You have to see it. I'd imagine if you're listening to this, you probably have. But no, see it again. See it often. Keep going.
And nobody cares what Jenny thinks because he didn't like it. Yeah.
Oh no, I'd say go watch it. I had a good time, but for all the wrong reasons.
Awesome.
If you're gonna see somebody slip on a bit of a face and land on a tree.
All right, cool.
Gross.
I'm tired, so I'm wrapping this up. Go and
Cool.
see this film. It's pretty good. Look for the GSC podcast this week. It doesn't have a title yet, but it's going to be something, Gianni said. And look for that Thursday, probably. All right.
Excellent.
Take care, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See ya.